Good morning, children. Many of y'all have finished whatever I have sent, but this time there are a few children who have not yet sent. So please send it today itself. Okay? First, let's begin with the prayer. हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम, हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम, तेरे बच्चे हम हो सच्चे, तेरे बच्चे हम हो सच्चे, हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम, हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम, पढ़ लिखेंगे योग्य बनेंगे, नया सीखेंगे करके देखेंगे, काम करेंगे नहीं डरेंगे, नित्य बढ़ेंगे बढ़ चलेंगे, हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम, हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम, माँ की सुनेंगे दूध पिएंगे, पिता की सुनेंगे व्यायाम करेंगे, टीचर की सुनेंगे दंगा न करेंगे, जल्दी सोएंगे जल्दी उठेंगे, हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम, हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम, बड़े छोटों का ख्याल करेंगे, सबकी मदद ऐसे करेंगे, किसी से ना लड़ेंगे, भेदभाव ना करेंगे, हर रोज हम यही कहेंगे, हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम, हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम, तेरे बच्चे हम हो सच्चे, तेरे बच्चे हम हो सच्चे, हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम, हे भगवान तुझे प्रणाम. We'll begin with English. Come to page number 60. Page number 60. The chapter's name is A Place for Everything and Everything in Its Place. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? हर चीज के लिए एक जगह होती है और वो जगह के लिए एक प्लेस रहता है. ओके, सो एवरीथिंग हैज टू बी केप्ट एट वन पर्टिकुलर प्लेस. So we can see different photographs out here. Okay, each photograph has its own value or its own things. Okay, for example, this is a photograph of a refrigerator. What is it? A refrigerator, जिसको हम fridge भी बोलते हैं. So this is a photograph of a refrigerator. What is the spelling of refrigerator? R E F R I G E R A T O R. Refrigerator. Okay, then we have this study table. What is this? Study table. And what is the spelling of study table? S T U D Y T A B L E. Study table. What is this? This is dining table. What is this? Dining table. So we have D I N I N G T A B L E. Dining table. Okay, what is this? It's called a wardrobe or a cupboard. What is this? Wardrobe or a cupboard. So W A R D R O B E. Wardrobe or cupboard. C U P B O A R D. Okay, so we have 4 photographs out here: refrigerator, study table, dining table, wardrobe or cupboard. Okay, this all the spellings you are going to write in your red and blue line book, which I have written on the board. Each spelling has to be learnt properly. You will write each word 5 times. How many times? 5 times. So you'll write refrigerator, 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 refrigerator. Okay, I want you to learn all the spellings, and wardrobe and cupboard both you will write. Okay, so that's the reason I'm writing these spellings on the board. You're going to write these spellings in your red and blue line book 5 times each. Okay, after that come back to this book. Now there are some things in this photograph which do not belong to the fridge. Okay, now I have 2 photographs out here, one of the refrigerator. So this is a refrigerator. What do we generally keep in a refrigerator? We keep our fruits, vegetables, milk, then what else you can see? Cheese, butter, all that will go in the refrigerator. Okay, some of them also keep their dry fruits in the refrigerator. So now in this we can see a couple of things, but there are a few things which do not belong to the refrigerator. For example, this is a piece of a cloth which is a shirt. So can we keep a shirt in the refrigerator? No. So this will not belong to the refrigerator. Other things, what you think? All these looks like some cooked vegetables and raw vegetables. So all that will belong. Eggs belong to refrigerator. Water bottles, some juice belongs to refrigerator. Okay, now what do we have here? We have a pair of scissors. Does a pair of scissors belong to a refrigerator? No. Where do we have to keep a pair of scissors? In your stationery drawer or in your stationery section. Okay, now and then again there are some juice bottles, water bottles and all that. So in this particular picture there are 2 things that do not belong to a refrigerator. So what you are going to do, you are going to circle those 2 things and keep it aside. Means these 2 will not belong to a refrigerator. Now in your red and blue line book, okay, what you are going to write? You will write first heading as refrigerator. Under refrigerator, what can you keep? Any 4 or 5, any 5 things you can write. Okay, you can write vegetables, fruits, milk, water bottle, juice bottle, soda, butter, cheese, any of these, but you will write 5 things that belong to a refrigerator. So you will write your heading as refrigerator and 5 items below that. Okay, 5 items can be whatever I have already mentioned. Okay, now we come to the second picture. The second picture is of a study table. What is it? Study table. Now, how does a study table look like? What is a study table first? Study table is a table on which a child or any student can sit and study. Okay, so any person who wants to study or wants to finish the homework or anything, a person will sit on a study table. Now on a study table, what do you see? You see one board in front of you where you can hang your timetable or something like that. Then there is some stationery, then there are books, pencils, color pencils, felt pens. There could be one light also that's called a study light. Okay, so in this particular picture, what are the things that are there? So there are some colored pens, books. Again, there are some books here, books here. Now what is this? There is a lamp. But what is this? This is a hanger. Can we keep a hanger on the study table? We cannot keep a hanger in the study table. That is why this is what you need to circle. Then there is a book. Then what is this? It looks like one. So this looks like a pair of socks which doesn't belong to a study table. This is a basket of toys. Can we keep a basket of toys near the study table? No, we cannot keep. Hence, these 3 things you are going to circle. Okay, so this is your second. Okay, now in this thing, again, you will write your heading as study table, and below the study table, what things can you keep? You can keep your felt pens, color pencils, books, crayons. You can keep pencil, eraser, your school bag can come there, your study lamp can come there. Okay, so all these things, any 5 things, you will note it down. So you will write your heading as study table, and below that you will write whatever you can keep on the study table. So for today, you're only going to do this and this. Okay, and you will write the spellings in your book, the spellings that I have mentioned. Okay, this is what you need to do for today for English. So that set of worksheets where you already solved the first worksheet, come to the third worksheet. This is the first worksheet, first page. Leave this and come to this one. Okay, page number 3. You'll write your name and date. Name and date. Now this is again something to do with singular and plural. Plural nouns. Circle the correct plural noun of each singular noun. Now in this first column, okay, there are the nouns written and they are all in singular. Okay, they are all in singular, and there are these options given in front of that are in plural. You have to select which option is correct. What you have to select? Which option is correct. So what will penny become? What is the plural of penny? Plural of penny is pennies. But which spelling will you take? Will you take this? No, this is wrong. This is the spelling of pennies. Okay. So you are going to circle the spelling of pennies. And similarly, there will be the other questions of which you need to circle the right spelling of the plural. What do you need to circle? The right spelling of the plural. After finishing that, take a picture and send. Turn the page. Turn the page and you will write number names. What will you write? Number names. So number names of, okay, I'm just writing the numbers. I'm not going to tell you all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and last number you will write off. Okay, so these number names you need to write and take a picture and send. Okay, start with maths. Come to page number 74. Page number 74. The chapter's name is Let Us Measure. What is the chapter's name? Let Us Measure. A bed cover is needed for Yash's cot. One is very short and the other is very long. Now, can you see there are two beds kept here? Okay, one is short and one is very long. Okay, so there are two different bed covers and one is short, one is long. So when we measure, we need to know the right size. Measure the length of the cot, then decide the measure of the bed cover. So what we have to do is, first we have to see what is the measurement of this. After this, only we can buy a bed cover. Can we buy a bed cover without measuring the bed? No. So always measure the bed and then buy the bed cover. For instance, anything you can measure, you have to measure your clothes and then buy. You cannot just buy any size. You will buy according to your size. So you need to measure and buy. Yash does not have a tape to measure. Let's measure the length by span. Now, Yash doesn't have a tape. There is no measuring tape that Yash has. So how is he measuring? He is measuring with a span. What is a span? The distance between your thumb and the pinky finger. Okay. So the distance between your thumb and the pinky finger is called a span. What is it called? Span. So how will you measure? Okay, for example, if I have to measure this table, okay, so I will keep my hand like this. So my thumb to my pinky finger. One span, then second span, then third span, and fourth span. So what is the breadth of this table is 4 spans. What is it? 4 spans. Now if we go to see the length like this, so it will be one span, second span, third span, fourth span, fifth span, sixth span, and seventh span. So what was that? This was 7 spans by 4 spans. What is it? 7 spans by 4 spans. Now, did I require measure tape for this? No, I didn't require any measure tape for this. I can just use my thumb and the pinky finger. Okay, for example, if I have to measure this board out here. So, one span, second span, and half. So this is how much? 2.5 spans. And if I have to measure the height from the floor to the table, so then I'll do like this. One span, second span, third span, and fourth span. So it is 2.5 by 4 spans. Okay, so that is the measurement. For everything we do not need a measuring tape. Sometimes if we do not have a measuring tape, we can use our fingers. Okay, so similarly Yash has also used his fingers. Now Yash has measured the length of as 11 spans of the bed. Okay, he has measured as 11 spans. So the length of bed cover should be 13 spans. Why it should be more? Because always when you're putting a bed cover, you put it inside from all the sides. So that much space has to be there to go inside or below the bed, as it has to be a little longer. Think of objects whose lengths are measured. Which instrument should be used to measure the length? Now what you have to do is, in your house you can measure anything. You will take out a video of measuring whatever is there in your house, okay, with your hands. Okay, one video is going to come with your hands, and you have to tell me how many spans you have measured with your hands. Okay, for example, I can measure this cupboard out here. Okay, so this cupboard out here is so big. Okay, how do I measure if I don't have a measuring? While measuring the cupboard, you have to see how many spans is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many spans is this cupboard? 9 spans. So the length of this, height of this cupboard is 9 spans. So like that you can measure whatever is there in your house. Okay. Now here in this book it is mentioned, measure the distance by feet between the 2 flower pots nearby. So it's not necessary that you can only measure it with your hands. You can also measure it with your feet. Now how will you measure it with your feet? What will you do is, come on this side. Now I have kept one out here and one out there. Okay, now how will I measure it with the feet? So my 1 foot is 1 span. Okay, so I'll walk like this. 1 span, 2 spans, 3 spans, 4 spans, 5 spans, 6 spans, 7 spans, 8 spans, 9 spans, and 10. So the distance between this, or the measurement between these two, is 10 spans. This is how much? 10 spans. So similarly we'll come back to the book and see out here. So measure the distance between the feet. So now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 between the 2 pots. Okay, so what will you write here? 6 feet. Guess the length of the newspaper and measure it by span and write. Okay, so you can even have this fingers, so like this, 1 2 3 and 4. So you will write number 4 out here. Okay, just write this, take a picture and send, and also do a video of one video you will do of a hand span and one you will do of your leg span. Okay, so you will measure with your hand, one video will come that, and one the distance between two, or the measurement between the two things with your legs. Okay, this is what you need to do for maths. Now we'll do EVS. Come to page number 81. Page number 81. The heading is dance. In this we have different movements. So movements of head and neck, which we've already done like earlier, but we'll still do it. So ask the children to observe the movements of different birds like sparrow, crow and parrot. Ask them to observe the neck movements of birds like duck, peacock and heron. So there are these different birds. Okay, they have different movements of their necks. Whenever you will see, they will be moving in a different way, like how the duck is doing, is bending completely down. Okay, so now what you have to do is, here Kian will help us on these movements. You all will take a video of yourselves doing this movements like you have done it even earlier. Take a video and send it to me. That's what you need to do for EVS. Okay, so
now I will be doing the neck movements.
Come a little forward. Stretch your neck towards the back. 1 2 3 4 5. Now stretch your neck forward. 1 2 3 4 5. Now stretch your neck towards one side. 1 2 3 4 5. Stretch your neck to the other side. 1 2 3 4 5. Now keep your head in the center and turn your neck. 1 2 3 4 5. Now get it in the center again and turn it on the other side. 1 2 3 4 5. So these are the dance movements for the neck. Okay, you all need to do this. Take a video and send it to me. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye.